All right, we're here with head coach Brett Tanner. First of all, you just talk about getting that 20 wins regular season, 4 straight, and just what it means to the program and the guys that are on the court.
Yeah, to me, a lot of people will say something about 20 wins out there, and it means nothing to me. To me, I did want 20 wins. I wanted to secure that tonight because it would kind of secure their legacy here. We've got 2 guys out here that 4 straight 20-win seasons. 3 guys, with 3 straight 20-win seasons. Nobody in that group, and I had all this stuff I was going to say if we won in my head, and of course I got out there and I didn't say any of it. But none of those guys have won less than 20 games, and that's amazing. I've coached for 20 years, and I don't think that I have coached a group of players in 23 years that every one of them won 20 games every year. And that's amazing, man. And I told them in the locker room just now that, I tell the seniors every year before the start of the year, don't let this fall apart on your watch. At some point, there's always a dip, right? Now, it might be 20 years from now, but at some point, it's going to happen. And we just talk about don't let it happen under your watch. And they did not do that. And it doesn't matter what happens next week. It doesn't matter what happens, whatever from this point forward. They've secured their legacy here. And if I have anything to do with it, man, every one of those guys is going to be a Hall of Famer here. Every one of them is the winningest player. Damian, I think, is already the winningest player, and we'll see what happens there. But every one of those guys is on a top 10 list of something. And so I just wanted that 20th win for them because I knew it would secure that. There would be no pressure in the playoffs, to do something like that. But the amazing thing with this group, man, is they don't care about that. I cared about that for them, And, there's no doubt in my mind they're going home tonight thinking that they're winning that tournament next week. And that's an amazing thing, to me.
You also, what I want to bounce off of that is 14 out of your 17 games at home you won as well. What does that say about Teague and about how comfortable these guys are playing here? Yeah,
we're gonna miss this place, man. If you'd have told me I was gonna say that 2 years ago when we moved in here, I told you you're crazy. But this has been really awesome. It's been a special place for all of us. The players love it. They were talking about Teague today, and it's not just the games. We've had a lot of success in here, but it's the practices. It's the battles you go through in practice. It's all, it's the ups, the downs, everything that kind of we've gone through in the last couple of years here. There's a lot of emotions walking out the door today, and knowing that when we come back from Vegas, that floor is not going to be down. And this has been a really special place. I'm so thankful to everybody who made this happen. We could have, just said, we got to go to Hardin Simmons. We got to go to McMurray. We got to go to a high school to play our games for the next 2 years. And we didn't do that, man. We had people here that were willing to think outside the box, and make something happen. So our guys and our girls, with the women basketball and the volleyball team had a home here on campus at ACU. And that's what makes ACU special is all the people. We didn't hire anybody to lay that floor and put those bleachers up. We all did it. And the players did it. The coaching staff did it. The athletic staff did it. We had the maintenance crew did it. Everybody pitched in. And so it's going to be sad to see it go away. But I know Juan's really excited to get back in his building.
Talk about what it means to go into the tournament having won a hard-fought, gritty game like this.
Yeah, just the whole thing. I don't know. I always lose track, but I think we won 11 out of our last 13 or something like that. That's a heck of a run, man. We did. We own it. We talk about it all the time. We lost 5 in a row, and in the middle of the season. But you take that out, man, and what an unbelievable year. These guys have. I've said in this room all year, we're trying to have a great season. It's not about numbers of wins and all that. We want to have a great season. And these guys have done that. They've secured that. It's done. It's been an unbelievable year. This is all icing on the cake. Now we get to go to Vegas and we get to go compete for a championship. And so I'm just proud of them. I'm glad that we're going in on a win. I'm really glad that we get that bye. That doesn't mean that you're going to go in there and win the game. We're going to have what that means is you're going to play somebody really good in your first game. But we're excited. We need that rest. With the way we play, I think that bye was huge for us. And those guys have logged a lot of minutes. They played a lot of games. And so just going in on a win and going in on the 11, wins that we've had since that, I think when we started with the Cal Baptist game, I think we're playing as good at basketball as any. Our 2 losses in that whole stretch were 1 possession. we're two defensive stops away from playing for a regular season championship, in my opinion. And so that's how close we are, man. That's how good the WAC is.
Well, no, and this game was really, it's a 4-point game. You know, they come back, make it a 4-point game, and you go on a little 8-0 run, and you get up. And it's funny because in this game, 10, 12-point lead felt like 20, and they still come right back.
And we kept talking about it in the huddles, man. Like they're not dead. You know, they're playing. They're coming. And we just could not make a shot tonight. That happens. And we always talk about, like, when we travel, like, defense travels, you know, and offense sometimes doesn't. But that goes the same at home too. Sometimes, you know, offense, the ball's not going in, and the ball wasn't going in for us today. But defensively, we were elite, in my opinion. We were flying around. We didn't let foul calls and stuff like that bother us. And when we needed it in the second half, man, we strung some stops together and scored off our defense. I mean, we scored 26 points. We forced 23 turnovers and scored 26 points. I tell them every day, before every game, 20 or more turnovers, you win the game. And every time we do that, we win the game. And we did it. I mean, we forced 23 and we scored 26 points. It's 26-10 on turnovers. If we don't get that, we don't win the game. Another big stat for me was points of the paint. They were beating us on points of the paint in the first half. We ended up finishing the game 26-20. Also, you know, they had I think 10 or whatever. They were beating us on the offensive glass in the first half, and we finished with 14 offensive rebounds to their 7. And so that just shows that these guys, they listen. You know, they're coachable. They came out in the second half and they competed. They wanted to win.
And I think it's got to give this team a lot more confidence to go into tournament. But a game like this, you know, instead of oddly enough, I mean, I think this does more for you than a 20-point win.
Sure. I mean, just a win's a win, you know, by 2 points or 20 points. And I've been saying that all year, you know. But yeah, I mean, I think every game's been a hard-fought battle. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you think about the whole season and how this season has gone. We've lost close games. We've won close games. Heck, we were down 12 points with like 50 seconds left in the game, and we won. And so I just think that's what it is. Whether we win by 20 or win by 2, I think these guys are going to be the same next week. I know what our guys are going to do next week. They're going to come out. They're going to fly around defensively, and they're going to play super hard, man. If for us to lose, somebody is going to have to beat us. We're not going to beat ourselves next week. And so, regardless of the game tonight, it does help to win. But regardless, man, we were ready to go, and we will be ready to go next Wednesday.
And I've got to think that with this group you have, you go into the tournament, you know, confident with what they can do because, they you won the Southland last 2 years with this group. They go in there. I mean, you got to be confident with what with their confidence and their experience.
Yeah, I believe we're going to win every game. I mean, with that group, with that leadership, and I meant what I said out there. I mean, their leadership. I know that we're going to be focused next week, no matter what, and we're going to be ready. And it's these guys, man. I mean, I'm standing up here talking to you, but like this has nothing to do with me. I mean, this is all about them, you know. And that's a special group of kids, and we keep saying it every year. Like, what are we going to do without those guys? You know, we've said that for like 5 years in a row, and I feel that way again. Like, what are we going to do without these guys? But something tells me we got some guys in that locker room. They're going to step up that we're going to be talking about a year or two from now. The same way that we're talking about these guys. But knowing I have them, I'm confident. I truly believe I'm laying my head down tonight comfortable going into Vegas. Trusting them, knowing that we have a chance to win that thing.
Going out to, as a group, what has changed from, that start of the season, that 5-game losing streak to now? What change have you seen in your group so far, and what's the intensity going to be like? Yeah,
I really haven't seen a change. I think I did see a little bit of a change when we went through that little funk. I think we got comfortable, and we were winning games, and we went out to Utah, and we were the only team that swept that road trip all year, and we were playing at a high level, and I think we just got comfortable, and you can't do that. And so they immediately turned it back on, but you can't just flip that switch. It takes a minute to rev back up. And so, but since then, man, I mean, we've been elite. Like I said, in my opinion, we went and lost a road game where I think I made a mistake. I'm glad they missed that 3 tonight, by the way. But there was 20 seconds on the clock tonight, not 10. But they bang a 3 and go to overtime and we lose. And then we win a couple games, we bounce right back. We did not fall apart. And then we come in, at SFA, we go to SFA, we have a chance to win the game. And a guy we guard a possession as good as we can guard it, and the guy makes a heck of a play. And, those are our 2 losses. I mean, I think, I can promise you this, nobody wants to play us. And we're eager to play anybody. we're ready to go.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coach.
Appreciate you.